So we're going to skip straight to the last move, okay? So we're going to go for the Agiyuki. So we're going to do a couple versions of this. Agiyuki is a good one to learn, but it's also wise to understand how dangerous it is. Anytime you go for the neck, it is dangerous. As long as everybody understands that. Remember, we've got air, blood, nerves, and spine, okay? We know from the body there's two kinds of bones, axial and appendicular. Axial we need, appendicular we don't necessarily. Axial, skull, spine, ribs. We need those things to survive. So if I chopped off his arms and legs, he could still fully function, okay? So we have to be careful of the whole neck, okay? So I know that's kind of been the theme of what we've been doing, but only a strike to the neck if it's absolutely necessary. As long as everybody understands that, we can go forwards, okay? So we're going to do a couple of versions of this. One a bit more traditional, and one a little more applied, okay? We'll do the traditional version because, again, it's a good one to drill into your head. It's actually closely related to the ones we've been doing so far. So he's going to throw a roundhouse punch, I'm going to block as normal. We can still wrap around if we want to. At the moment, I'm more concerned about trying to get in. But I'm going more for the forearm, okay? So we've got the forearm, but if I turn the hand outwards, I'm focusing on the shuto part of the hand, I'm also focusing on the bone of the forearm, okay? And that goes straight in like this, okay? Depending on how they react will determine what part of the neck I hit. If he looks straight towards me and I strike this way, we've got a problem, okay? If he, as I hope he would, if I pull on that arm, turns that way, then we go for the carotid artery, which is the blood supply to the brain, okay? And there's lots and lots of pressure points in there, okay? So that's the first one that we can try, okay? If you want to do the next bit, like we did before, you can wrap round and pull down, okay? So kind of repeat the last one we did. We could also do this with a clinch, okay? So if you're not familiar with the clinch, right hand back of the neck, left hand inside the elbow, right leg forwards, and then drop down head to the shoulder, okay? So what we can do, if you're trying to escape from this, or you're trying to gain an advantage from this position, it could be more or less slipping the right arm through, bang, and then returning it, okay? That's one thing you could do, okay? So pull this down to gain a structural advantage, slipping this one out, driving it straight back in again, okay? And then we can make this a flow and then Greg does the same thing, okay? Yeah. So the fact that pulling this down will bring Greg forwards, and then driving this back will send Greg backwards, I'm destroying that structure for whatever I want to do next. So at this point I then wanted to, I've got the head, I might as well go through it, I could probably slip through, step through this way. I've got the arm, got the head, got the step, okay? So we've got two there, more traditional, in and in, or I could do it from here and I could crash into it so it looks a little bit more like Heian, just with a lower arm, or we can do it from the clinch. From here, you can slip the arm, bang, back up again, okay? Try both of them, then we'll have a break.